Hello friends, this is Dr. Shashia Agarwal. I welcome you. Today our subject is organization behavior and we are going to cover the topic nature and scope of the organization behavior. Completed lecture of nature and scope of the organization behavior. Nature and scope of organization behavior is also updated in Hindi at my second channel Shashia Agarwal Economics and Law Classes. If you find my video useful, please do like it, share it, and also subscribe my channel Shashi Agarwal. So before understanding the concept of nature and scope of the organization behavior, this is my app, Addison app, which could be downloaded from the Google Play Store. This is my WhatsApp number 79731 and it is beneficial for commerce, economics, and management. Various courses related to commerce, economics, and management have been uploaded. Lots of free study material is also available, and the courses they are available at a very nominal price. Organizational behavior is also uploaded at this app. Methodology is to provide learning through live lectures, recorded lectures, descriptive as well as summarized notes they are shared with the students. Doubt session is there to solve the problems, and test series as per depending on the requirement. Is it a descriptive paper or a MCQ form? That test series is shared with the students. Link I will be sharing in the description box. Earlier we have clear about the meaning and definition of the organization behavior. Here I am repeating the again so that we could understand what is the meaning and definition of organization behavior. Organization behavior refer to the people who are working in the organization. Because the human being, their behavior is most complex and dynamic. Because organization themselves, they do not behave. Organization, people are working in the organization, so they behave on the basis of organization. So organizational behavior try to understand the human behavior on the basis of which it could predict and it could control the behavior of people who are working in the organization. Human behavior is in organization is a relatively new concept. It emerged as a separate field of study in the late 50s and 60s. Earlier, the managers, they were having the traditional belief. Organization problems, they are technical in nature, not behavioral. But now the managers, they understand if we want to make the organization more effective, they have to understand a human behavior. And on the basis of that learning, they could predict the human behavior and they could make the suitable strategy so that the organization could achieve its goal effectively and efficiently. So we could say it is an area of study that investigates the impact of individual groups and structure have on behavior within the organization. When we study organization behavior, we study at three levels: individual level as a member of the group and organization itself. Fred Luthan has defined organizational behavior is directly concerned with the understand how what is the logic, why the people who are working in the organization behave in particular manner. So production and control of human behavior in the organization, how it could be aligned with the requirement of the organization. Robbins has defined organization behavior as a field of study that investigate the impact that individuals, groups, and structure they have on behavior within the organization. For purpose of this, their behavior is studied, then the given knowledge is applied for improving the organization's effectiveness. So, what is the nature of the organization behavior? Whether it is a organization falls in the government sector, whether it is a fall in private sector, whether it's a non-profitable organization, whether it's a manufacturing, all organizations they have people who are working in the organizations. Organizations are economic and social entities in which a number of people are working. And definitely they work in a groups and the groups perform multivariate tasks so that the organization's goals could be achieved. Organization they are structured social system which consists of groups and individuals who are working together so that the organization goals could be achieved. People work as an individual as well as a member of. based on predetermined goals. So organization behavior is concerned with the behavioral aspect of the people who are working in the organization as an individual, as when they are when they are working as a member of the group behavior, how influences their behavior and total organization. So what is the nature of the organizational behavior? It's a separate field of study. It's not a specified discipline. What is discipline? Discipline is a separate science which is based on some theoretical foundation. But the organization behavior, here the relevant knowledge has been drawn from psychology, sociology, anthropology, and engineering, management, etc. So we could not call it as a discipline. It's a separate study. It's an interdisciplinary approach to study human behavior who's working in the organization. Try to getting the knowledge from the related disciplines, psychology, sociology, anthropology, management, etc. So know the how the people they are working on, how they behave in a organization. It's an applied science. It involves both applied research, their behavior is analyzed, studied, and whatever is learned from that behavior, that is used for the purpose of prediction and control. It's a normative science because positive science describes the phenomenon. We only discuss the cause and effect. But organization behavior, study their behavior and see it is aligning with the organization's requirement or not. How it could be modified, how it could be changed. So it's a normative science. The people who are working in the organization, what kind of behavior is expected and how they are behaving, how that could be modified. It's a humanistic and optimistic approach because the organization, people are working in the organization, so they have emotions, they have a thinking power, they have a feeling power. So a humanistic and optimistic approach should be used to solve their problems because the people they have the inner desire to be independent, creative, and productive. So it's a total system approach because here we study the behavior of people who are working in the organization at individual level, group level, and the organization level, and we study all the variables which are having the impact on the behavior of the people in the organization. So what is the scope of organizational behavior? Because we study at three levels: individual level, at a group level, at a organization level. As the individual, personality, perception, attitude, motivation, job satisfaction, learning value, these are the factors which influence the behavior of people when they behave as a unit. In the group dynamics, group conflicts, communication, leadership, power, and politics influence their behavior as a member of the group. Structure, culture, change development, when they work in the organization, how the organization having when the organization influence the behavior of people who are working in the organization. These three they interact and they are interdependent. How the individual has an impact on group, on organization structure, how the group has an influence on the individual as on the structure, how the structure influence the individual and the group, how these behavior influence each other, and they are interdependent and interactive analysis. As an individual, these are the factors which influence the individual behavior: personality, perception, attitude, motivation, job satisfaction, learning, and value. Now we will understand one by one. Behavior of an individual employee is influenced by many factors, like individual's mental thinking, the family background, the educational background, the social and cultural background, the particular region from which he is coming, his personality traits, his value system, his attitudes, his opinion, etc., influence his behavior. Individual behavior is studied through perception, personality, values, attitude, and job satisfaction, and motivation. Perception means how we looking at the things, how we are looking at the things, objects, and the perception refer to a complex cognitive process that gives a unique picture of the world, how we are viewing the world that may be different from the reality. Individuals behave in accordance with their perception, how they view it. Personality is the sum total of ways in which individuals react and interact with others. Hereditary factors, environmental factors, situational factors, they determine the personality. Values, they are the basic convention. That is specific mode of conduct or end state of existence is personally social preferred to an opposite or converse mode of conduct or end state of existence. Like a child of criminal. His value system is stealing is not a bad thing. Otherwise, when we come from the culture background that says honesty is the best policy, stealing is bad. Attitude, they are the evaluative statements. Either we like the things or dislike the things. Attitude could be regarding the objects, people, or events. Job satisfaction, are we satisfied with our job which we are performing in the organization? It refers to the people's feeling of satisfaction or dissatisfaction on their job, which act as a motivating or demotivating to work in the organization. Motivation is the process that account for individuals' intensity, direction, and persistence of efforts toward attaining a goal. How the individual is getting motivated, which motivates him to do the work. Learning is a relatively process of effecting permanent change in behavior that act as a result of experience. Through experience, we come to know so many things. So many things which we gather from experience has a permanent change in our behavior. As a group dynamics, group conflict, communication, leadership, power, and politics, they influence the behavior of. Because when we talk about the group, because they are working in a group, so lots of people they are working in the group, integrated and comprehensive behavior is referred as a group behavior. Group behavior is studied through group dynamics, how cohesive they are, teams, when they're working in teams, communication, how they communicate with each other, how the power is shared, leadership role, and decision making. Groups in the organization, they are formed with specific purpose. That the formal groups. That specific purpose is achieved, then the group is disbanded. Groups could be both formal and informal. Informal means like if 4 people, they're coming from the same locality, they may develop informal relation. They are living in a locality, they're working in a same department. So when we're working in the organization, we develop informal relation with others. Other types of group include command group, task group, interest group, friendship group. Group behavior and function, which is based on norms. Because we generally, as a member of the group, what is the norm of the group? We work according to that norm and that value system. Teamwork is a group whose individual effort results in a performance that is greater than the sum of individual inputs. We could say synergy. 2 plus 2 is 5, not 4. So here different types of team includes problem solving teams. The main function is to solve the problems. Self-managed working team, cross-function which is having experts from the different areas. Virtual teams which work online. Power and politics, power refers to the ability of the people to acquire resources, award them to various people in the organization. Communication, how the information, thinking, opinion, they are shared with each other. Communication could be formal or informal, it could be downward, it could be upward, it could be horizontal, it could be crosswise. So leadership is the ability to influence and guide a group towards achieving the present goal. So who's the leader? Who's guiding the group? And what style is adopting? Is it kind? Is it autocratic? Is it participant? Is it a democratic style? How the decision is taken by the group? How they are finding the alternative solution? How they are selecting the best alternative? So the organization structure, how the authority and responsibility are created, how the organization is created, is it on the basis of function, how the departments, yeah, it is based on division, how the authority and responsibility is created. It is very important that people, they should know what authority they have, whom they are going to report. So formation of organization structure, what kind of organization is having a culture? If the persons, they are coming from diverse background, so there should be a diverse culture, but it should be a cooperative, it should be a conducive culture. how the change and development is done in the organization. So these are the organizational factors. Organization should refer to various models of structuring various activity in relation to work and jobs in order to build formal relation among people to achieve organizational design, formulating the philosophy for coordinating the job task. It could be narrow, it could be flat, it could be a tall organization structure in which if I have to reach at the like I'm working at F, so I have to first report to E, then to D. In this way, there is a lots of hierarchy, flatter, less layer of hierarchy. Organization culture, how the people they share their view, how they interact with each other, is a pattern of basic assumption invented, discovered, or deployed by a given group as it learned to cope with its problem of external adaptation and internal integration. What kind of organizational culture is exists in the organization? Is it conducive or it is unhealthy? What kind of organization culture exists in the organization? That also has an influence on the behavior of the people. Organizational effectiveness refer to selecting the right objective and goals depending upon the environment in its organization. In the end, we could say organization behavior, study the behavior of individuals and groups. And here the behavior is studied in a logical manner because people behave under right situation and conditions, and also studies why people behave in particular manner. It identify the reason for their behavior. So on the basis of that knowledge, the organization behavior predict the future behavior of the employees. Manager predict the future behavior of employee as per the past behavior of the employee traits, their value system, and in different situation how they reacted on the basis of it is predicted in the future situation they will behave in this particular manner. If the predicted behavior is not in accordance with the organization requirement, how it could be aligned, how it could be changed, then they have to change the reward system, organization structure, leadership pattern, norms, etc. So manager will manage the overall behavior of the employee. For with this, our agent scope is completed. If you have not subscribed my channel Shashi Agar, then do subscribe and also download my app, that is Edison app, which is available at Google Play Store, which is relevant for the student of commerce and management.